One of the number one reasons why women struggle with dating and relationships today is that they choose men who are not ready for anything real. Ladies, there are lots of great relationship-ready men out here. However, you need to learn how to choose them. I wrote this book to teach you how to do just that. Get your copy of Choose Well, a simple formula to determine the best man for you on Amazon today.
Good morning. Good morning. So I came on because I wanted to talk about something that I think is very important for younger women. This video is for younger women. It may be for some older women out there too, but I'm addressing it to the younger women. And it is an instruction. It is a sage woman instruction, an older woman instruction. I want y'all to remember something. Wise people, smart people, they learn from the mistakes of others. They don't need to make every single mistake themselves in order to learn. So an idiot is someone who keeps doing the same thing, keeps getting the same poor consequences. Like, that's an idiot. Okay, so if you're literally doing the same thing over and over, you get the same negative consequences, but you just keep doing it, you're an idiot. I would say, I wouldn't call you stupid, but you know, you're not as smart if you have to make all the actual mistakes to learn from them. You're not as smart. But if you're smart, if you're wise, you look at the mistakes of others and you say, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Just them showing it to me, you know, so I would say that makes you smart. What makes you wise, let's go here, is listening to older people, listening to people, right, who say, look, you don't want to do that, or you want to try this, you want to go here, you want to do that. Like, that really makes you wise, is when you listen to people who've already walked that path, gotten good results, bad results, and everything in between. That really makes you wise. It's just being able to listen at the feet of people who are wise, okay? So this young lady that I had the coaching call with, you know, it's the same song, if I'm being honest. It's the whole, you know, he lied, he tricked me, you know, he deceived me. It's the same old song that women have been singing lately. That, you know, these relationships that don't work out and these situations you find yourself in with men, you know, you may find yourself pregnant by a man or used by a man, lied to by a man. And it's just the same song that women have been singing for a while, which is, y'all know the song, the lack of accountability song. So the lack of accountability on my part song, and it's always, well, he pretended, he lied. They're good at faking. They're good at pretending. They're good at telling you what you want to hear. They're, you know, that women been singing that song forever. And the reason why they keep getting fooled, they keep getting tricked, they keep getting deceived is the lack of accountability. The lack of being able to say, what was my part in this? What did I miss? What didn't I see? What did I allow? What did I overlook? What did I give him the benefit of the doubt? What did I, oh, you know, he's attractive. So what did I, oh, he has money. So, you know, look at yourself. So that's why women find themselves in these situations over and over and over again, because they honestly and truly don't see their part in the situation. They don't see how their inability to vet men, their inability to be patient, right? Their inability to ask the right questions, their inability to research and to not allow words only to determine what you do in response. Y'all, It's like a bubblegum machine. A man drops some words in like a coin and out popped the bubblegum. No, your words don't mean anything to me. And I'm going to sit there and smile and laugh and look pretty. But when this exchange is over, I'm not going to do nothing. You're not going to get nothing. That don't mean nothing to me. Your words mean nothing. So this is what I told her, and I'm going to share it with you because some woman out there needs to know, so you can stop saying you were deceived, you were lied to, you were tricked and all of that. No, you are a grown adult. And if you don't know this, now you are learning it. You need to learn how to quickly determine deception. Okay? You need to become wise to deceivers, to people who want what they want, right? They're here for a good time and not a long time, or they want what they want. You have to learn how to figure that out quickly. Not in a year, not in 2 years, not in 5 years. Quickly. In months, in weeks. Okay? That's your job. And guess why the weight of that falls on a woman's shoulders? This is the other thing I see all the time. Oh, well, why you don't talk to them, Anita? Why can't the man be a good man? Why can't he not lie? Why can't he not cheat? Why can't he be honest? I don't give a darn about that. I don't give a darn about that today. I am going to hold you to an adult woman standard, period. I'm sick of it. You are a grown adult. And yet what's funny to me is women love to beat their chest. You love to talk about your independence. You love to talk about your degree. You love to talk about all the ways in which you got it together. But for some reason, you're a little lamb victim when it comes to these men. Oh, these men, they do me so bad. No, y'all, it's bright out here. I got my sunglasses on and it's bright. And this little visor ain't helping me. So I apologize. But no, we're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. Okay, somebody said, but unfortunately, some women won't get it. Most women won't get it. And yet I am called on by the Lord to bring you this message. If just one woman wakes up, my job is done. Coach Baller 942 says character is known only after hearing words and seeing actions. Correct. Thank you. He said you look fabulous. But ladies, like the dichotomy is just annoying. It's annoying to me how on one side of the fence, y'all are strong and powerful and y'all love talking about y'all black woman stats. I've never seen the demographic of person that loves talking about y'all black woman stats. I've never. And it grates my soul because no part of me wants to do that. No part of me wants to get in circles. Well, black women are the most educated. Black women have the most houses. Black women are the most. I just don't want to do that. Nothing inside of me makes me want to do that. So I absolutely don't understand that. I really don't. It is so distasteful. Can I let y'all know something? When you talk about these black women stats, it's distasteful. It's distasteful. Okay? Because in the same vein, you letting a no good dude pull the okie doke on you. You having the baby by a no good dude. So where's that statistic? Where's the statistic of all the educated, right, degreed, making money, most black businesses? Where's the stats on that? So I want to see our women start applying wisdom in other areas other than the paper on your wall. I'm over it. I'm done. Okay. I'm done. You cannot afford to be deceived anymore. You don't have that kind of time. If you're young, you don't have that kind of time. If you're over 35, you don't have that kind of time. Okay? So you got all these accolades and you're doing this and this, but somehow Anthony Anthony tricked you. Anthony deceived you. Anthony took your money. Anthony stayed in your house, drove your car, used up your body. Stop it. Okay? I'm tired of it. Okay? Stop. So I am going to teach you. I'm going to teach you what has worked for me in all these years. This is what has worked for me. Okay? As a feminine woman, as a woman who utilizes the 3 tenets of femininity. Okay? Passivity, so passive, patient, vulnerable. Those are the 3 tenets according to Dr. Patricia Allen in her book, Getting to I Do. So if you embrace those 3 tenets, and if you determine true, genuine interest from a man, how do you determine there's an accident, y'all? I'm stuck in traffic. I am stuck in traffic, and apparently there's an accident or something's going on up here. So I'm going to try to get off on the next exit and go through the city. But if you want to know the true intentions of a man, you ready? It is 3 things. 3 things that you're going to look for. And you have to have your 3 tenets of femininity. So that's what I bring to the equation. Passive, patient, vulnerable. That's my part. But guess what? 3 things I look for from that man. Time, energy, and effort. Time, energy, and effort. Those 3 things will tell you everything you need to know about a man. And how genuine he is, how authentic he is, what his intention is. But because of you all, a lot of you all are impatient. That's the biggest downfall of women. You all are impatient. You all are, in my opinion, like easily deceived because you actually believe words. You fall in love by what a man tells you. Not words and actions aligning, just what he's telling you. Oh, that must be true. And you know why it's true? Because I want it to be. I want it to be true. It sounds so good. It tickles my ears, and you won't grow up. You need to grow up and become emotionally mature. Because once you, and can I be honest, emotionally mature women, it is less fun. Like, I'm not even going to lie. It's less fun for me to date. It's less fun for me to be around men because I ain't fooled. I ain't tricked. Like, there's no real limerence. There's no real longing or, because now I kind of know what's up, it is what it is. But I'm not going to lie. It makes my life that much more peaceful, right? It just is what it is. But a lot of y'all are naive. And you love the butterflies. You love the spark. You love the longing. You love the limerence. But guess what? There's a hard fall at the end of that. Every time. You love the high highs and then you crash down to the low lows. And when you get to be my age, I just can't do that. Like, I can't live off of those high highs and low lows anymore. The everyday just the everyday monotony is good enough for me. Like, that is perfection. Just knowing what's going to happen, where I need to be, what I need to do. That's just perfection for me. But y'all love the high highs and the low lows. Okay, I had a comment that says, Cornell, Aries King, I judge a woman's womanism off her words and what comes out her mouth. The tongue will spill out what type of heart that woman has. Also, that will let you know what type of mind or spirit she has. Okay. Or any human has. Okay. But I think y'all can afford to do that. We cannot. We cannot, because women fall in love with words. So I don't care what a man says. I've been told y'all that. Men talk all the time. It's called so what? And the fact that it doesn't work is why a lot of men move on down the road with me. They're like, yeah, I thought this would be easier than this. You know, I thought I could say this and she would take me at face value and voila, the bubble gum would pop out. No, you actually need real money. You actually need real money in the bubblegum machine for the bubblegum to pop out. And y'all, that's just an analogy. It's not about a man's money. It's about time, energy, and effort. Okay? So the more face-to-face time. So this is what I told the young lady. You are going to require face-to-face time. That's it. There's just no way around it. Is the man physically in your presence? If that happens once a week, once every other week, no. Like, see, it's not hard. If you're not getting face-to-face time, meeting up somewhere, going out and doing something, even if it's going to the gym, taking your dogs to the dog park, or any other, going to the grocery store. I keep telling y'all, these are all the things that I do with men that don't cost the man a dime. Oh, and that down, because y'all fools actually believe that him buying you something means something. That's what's crazy to me. You actually believe, oh, him spending money means something. No, it doesn't. Him spending money is a fast track to your box. Like, huh? That's what did I just say about the bubblegum machine? You need to put real money in it. So in his mind, okay, I'm going to put some money in the bubblegum machine to get the bubblegum out. And for a lot of y'all, that's how it works. Put some money in the bubblegum machine and get the bubblegum out. So for a lot of men, yes, they're like, okay, this is what she needs. All right then, no problem. I will take her on a bunch of expensive dates. I will buy her a bunch of things and the bubblegum will pop out. But again, that's not a long-term mating strategy. And that's what I keep preaching, and I'm going to keep preaching it. That's not a long-term mating strategy. That is a short-term mating strategy. You'll get what you want short-term. He'll get what he wants short-term. Okay? So, okay, if everybody's okay with that, all right, I don't have a problem with it. But a lot of you all are not. Oh, he did all this to get sex. He did all, yeah. Uh-huh. Come on, stop. And again, you're a grown adult. Okay, Crazy American T-shirt says they got the education society called for, but still have those traits that most people have that get involved with the low life. Yeah, it was learned by their parents or whoever raised them. Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you what, y'all need a college course on how to pick a better man. That's what you need a college course on. You need to get a PhD in that. You need to get a PhD in how to pick better men. Okay, so you do with that what you will. Okay? If I came across you in life, would you be the one I would choose you just off conversation? Oh, thank you. And if I'm being honest, that's what a lot of men say. That's what a lot of men tell me. Man, I've never heard a woman talk like this. Man, that's what a lot of men say. They're shocked. Like, I've never come across a woman like you. So, okay. I'm going to keep being me then. That's good. It's good to know. But ladies, time is your friend. You want to rush it, and here's the sad part. The older you get, the more you rush. That's what really it just hurts my heart to see women 30, 35, 40. See, the older you get, the more you're going to rush into things that are just not good for you. And we're going to see more and more women, pregnant out of wedlock, especially in the 35, 40, because, I just want a baby. I don't want to miss out on being a mother. I just want a baby. And you may try to make it work with that guy, but it's not going to work. And you're going to blame that guy because y'all love doing that, as if all of the, the dating dynamic falls on the man. It doesn't. You're half of it. You're half of the dating dynamic out here. And I'm teaching you to control your half, your part. But y'all don't want to do that. Oh, these men, oh, they like this and they like that. But you refuse to take your responsibility and your part in it. You are half of the dynamic. So when you're rushing, when you're excusing bad behavior, when, oh, his beard and he's tall and this and that, oh, well, then there you go. Like I said, he's going to do what you allow. He's going to do what you allow. Okay, let me see. Hi, Evolving Lulu 74. I've been talking about 20 minutes. I got caught in traffic. He said, please don't change. It's something God designed specifically just for us. Thank you. But ladies, you have got to take radical responsibility for your part in these dynamics working out the way they do. You all need a PhD in how to choose better men. And you need to grow up. So emotional maturity is key. And like I said, I'm going to keep it real. Life is not going to be as much fun. Life is not going to be as flirty. Life is not going to be as the butterflies and the spark and all of that, because when you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's what's happened. I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. I'm just like, well, the talking and talking and talking. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Wonderful. But then I wait. I watch and I wait. And I see if any of that comes to fruition. I simply watch and I wait. And if there is no, trying to see each other in person, if there's a bunch of texting, if there's a bunch of talking on the phone or FaceTiming, but no trying to see that, nope. And again, once you see it, you can't unsee it. So you're waiting to see if there are plans being made, if you all are trying to see each other, and if you suggest it and you're shot down, okay. And then you let it lie and you see what happens. And this is the part that women, they really struggle with. They really struggle with being more direct, right? They are covert communicators. They love hinting. They love, their body language telling the story. Instead of just using words, use words, okay? Be a more direct communicator. But if the man is not putting as much effort, if he's not trying to see them in person, guess what I do? So they keep talking on the phone. They keep texting. They keep FaceTiming. No, I need to scale all that back. All that starts to slowly go back. And look, this happened every time. Hey, we missed each other yesterday, or, I sent you a couple of texts and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So what's up? What's up? I mean, nothing much. I mean, but I just, I notice you're not texting as much, or it's harder to get you on the phone. And then that's when I say, well, the best version of me is in person. The best version of me is face to face. And again, if nothing changes, if no plans are made, you don't want nothing. And then guess what? I tell you that with words. I say, boy, you don't want nothing. I say it playfully, but I say it. Boy, you don't want nothing. Why you say that? Why you say that? Because we don't have any plans to see each other. We don't have any plans to hang out or go anywhere or do anything. And again, it don't have to cost you anything. This is the thing. I always assure a man, it is not about juicing you. It is not about your money. It is not about your money. But I do expect time, energy, and effort. So if you cannot do those three things, if you cannot call consistently, if you cannot say, hey, let's hang out, let's do this, let's do that. You going to the grocery store, you going here, you going there. If you can't do that, to me, that's the bare minimum. So I'm good. You don't want nothing. And this is what I keep encouraging women to say with words. But guess what y'all do? This is what y'all do instead. Well, why you don't ask me out? Why we don't do nothing? Why we don't? You just sit there and complain and, and criticize, and that really turns him off. That don't make him want to see you, ladies. That don't make him want to see you. Okay? Y'all do the very thing that make him not want to see you more. So, whereas I don't do nothing. And then I'll playfully say, boy, you don't want nothing. And now, look, he got to prove me wrong. Why you say that, Anita? Why you say that? That's not true. I do want to see you. I do want to hang out. Now he got to prove me wrong. And then he go about doing just that. But I don't be mad. I don't have an attitude. But I just be indifferent. Like, that's what y'all need to practice. Y'all need to practice being more indifferent. Meaning, it could happen or not. Don't make a difference to me. That's me. I am indifferent. But that gets results, ladies. Not being overly emotional, not being criticizing and complaining, that don't get results. Being indifferent to, okay, but I just say, you don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Okay, Coach Baller 942 says, most of us have not been taught virtues as children. Therefore, we are unaware of the divine standard that everyone must measure up to, give and receive sacrificial love. Yeah, and especially now. Oh, it's so scary how many people don't have a clue about intersexual dynamics. It's so weird to me. So here's another thing that I told her. And I stand on this, y'all. I get a lot of flack for this, but I stand on this. Men and women are more different than they are alike. People love saying, well, we're more alike than we are different. No, we're not. No, we're not. Men and women are different. And it's kind of like the race thing, right? It irritates me because it's kind of like the race thing. I don't believe in the melting pot. I don't believe in the, we're all alike. We should all be. No, we're not. No, we're not. Why can't we be different and still respected? Why can't we acknowledge the differences and say, yeah, we are different. Men don't think like women. Women don't think like men. And yet, you know what we're asking? We're asking people to honor the difference. Honor the difference. But women are totally different. If I walk up on a strange man today and oh, God, man, you look good. God, oh my God, boy, you looking good. What's your name? He will be smiling from ear to ear. He will be grinning from ear to ear. If I grabbed his behind, if I walked up on a man in Target and was like, oh, you look good. Oh my God, them jeans are fitting right. And I grabbed his tail, he would be smiling from ear to ear. He would have a story to tell. He would be like, yo, this auntie rolled up on me in Target and was like, she wanted me. She wanted me. She wanted your boy. Let a man do that to a woman. Let a man do that to a woman, and a woman will lose her ever-loving mind. See? We different. Here's another example, and I told this to the young lady. I said, you ever wonder why men send dick pics? She's like, yeah. I can't stand that. Why do they do that? Because they would like to get a pee pic. They would like to get a cat pic. They would like to get a breast pic. They would like to get a tail pic, right? They are modeling a behavior that they want you to exhibit. That's what is happening. They're hoping if I send this pic, she'll send me one back. And even if it's a picture of just his face, right? I've had men send me a picture of just, their face, their upper torso of, oh, hey, oh, I'm just at work. And I kid y'all not. I'll say, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at work. They will snap a picture of them at work and send it to me. And in my head, I'm like, okay, what? But guess what? That's them saying, send me one back. Send me a pic back. because let me forever let this be debunked. Women are not sexually aroused by a picture of your erect penis. 99% of women are not sexually aroused by a picture of your erect penis. You got it? Okay. So men and women are different. Men would love pictures of your body. They would love pictures of your naked body. They would even love just a picture of your face or your upper torso. Like, you know, they want something that they can't find online. And a lot of men, ooh, ladies, go ask a male friend of yours, do you have pictures of women in your phone? 95% of them will say yes. 95% of them. They love saving women's pictures in their phone, even if they're not explicit. That's a them thing. That's not a us thing. So I'm going to stand on that. Men and women are more different than they are the same. And what I want to see happen is for us to honor the difference, for women to stop wanting men to be women. That's it. And 50 short years ago, that was the case. Women knew this. Women knew this. Women were taught this, that men are men. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. The fact that they think different and do different things and you know, move about the world different, that was never a bad thing. Now, with the feminization of the culture, oh my gosh, you have entire organizations that have been feminized. And God help a man, a masculine man, come into that organization and speak directly and say, oh no, I'm not interested. Oh, this and that. Oh my God, can you believe that he talked like that in the meeting? Can you believe he didn't even consider my feelings? Can you believe he talked about facts? Like, what? I mean, it's happening at work. Like, this is work. I'm not going to consider your feelings. We're at work. Oh my God, y'all. Call me old school. People be like, Anita, old school. Call me old school. Okay? Because I'm at work. Okay? I'm at work. I'm not going to consider your feelings. I'm not paid that much money to do so. All right. Carnell, Aries King says, that's true. I've done that, meaning I meet a woman and we talk for a minute, but if I see or hear within conversation, I'm not okay with them. My desire and likeness for that woman lowers. Good. That's smart. He said, I don't know about the grabbing though. No, I've already ran this experiment. I have grabbed men. I've touched their arm, touched their hand. I've grabbed them on their backside. I kid you not. I've already done this experiment. And even the men who are taken or married, they're like, girl, what you doing? Like, they're still not like, oh my God, where's security? No. Men don't do that. Men don't do that when I touch them or grab them. That's a female thing. But even when I see they have a ring on, they're like, what you doing, girl? like they still real playful with it. They are still like, oh, wow, I still got it, right? They're still flattered. They're still flattered. Women are not. We're not flattered by a man grabbing on us. We'll get arrested immediately. Exactly. I want to know what kind of women were cool with them sending those tacky behind D pics. Like, who thought that was a great selling point and it sealed the deal? It doesn't. It's just a man's way of wanting to get a picture like that back. He said, afterwards, I always make the executive decision to distance myself. Don't make plans, nor will I show any more interest. It takes so long for certain women to get the picture. I've been single by choice. Okay. No, I get the picture real fast. Like I said, time, energy, and effort. If I'm not getting any of those three, I just go on about my business. I really do. I hate how women are starting to approach men now. This is really messing it up for the feminine women who wants to still be pursued. Yeah. But talk to the women. Talk to the women. Talk to the women about that. Okay? As I have stated many, many times before, and I will continue to state, when sex became less scarce, right? It's simple economics. 50, 60 years ago, when sex was scarce, when women were not giving men sexual access hand over fist, when pornography was not running rampant on the internet and your phone, when OnlyFans was not even in existence, the intersexual dynamics were balanced. That is called polarity. But when we introduced all of those things, dating apps, now all of a sudden, that itch that a man has can be scratched. And that's that y'all blew it up. You blew it up. Once you scratch that itch that men have, that is a normal, healthy, masculine desire. The desire for sex, the desire for companionship from a woman and sexual intimacy and all of that. But see, once that itch got scratched, they're like, I ain't thinking about no women. I ain't thinking about no real woman. I got a woman on my phone. I ain't thinking about, it just dulled the senses, the sexual senses of a man. So I'm sorry, women played a huge part. They play a huge part in why things are the way they are. And look, even the girls on OnlyFans, like, it's going to bite them in the tail. The only way that it benefits them is financially. Women on OnlyFans are financially doing fine, but let them go out here and try to date. Let them go out here and try to find a man. They're going to have the same problems we all have. What generation are you from? I'm a 1981 baby. So I was born in 1968. 1968. I was a teenager in the 80s. I graduated high school in the 80s and went to college in the 80s. So I've experienced love. I've experienced a man pursuing me quite a bit. I've experienced the intersexual dynamics that are balanced and fair, and women who were women and men who were men. That's all I know. I don't know what y'all doing out here now. So yes, I would say to some degree, I'm single by choice. That if I'm not able to, have the intersexual dynamic that I kind of grew up with, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. I don't want to do what y'all doing. I don't want to lay down with a stranger. I don't want to do none of that. Like, I still want to, like today I will be going home after I get my mom straight. I will be going in the house, peeling my Granny Smith apples. What is this truck doing? I'm sorry, y'all. I'd be so ADHD. I really do. I'd be so ADHD. Things just be happening. But I'm going home. I will peel my Granny Smith apples. I will make an apple crumble for an event I have tonight. I have a ladies event tonight, and I have had a request for apple crumble. So I will do that. I will do my hair. I have one client appointment. I will do some administrative work, and then I will go to my event. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to make apple crumble. I want to make biscuits in the morning. I want to make corned beef hash with the over hard eggs and a biscuit, a fresh made biscuit on the side. That's what I want to do. Okay? I need a man that want that. Okay? I need a man, right? Like, and men don't want that. Like, they don't want that. They want some booty. Or they want, I don't know. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know what men want now. Like, I really don't. I don't know what men want no more. That's why I stay out of this game. I do, because I don't know what y'all want. He said, yep, that's facts. I've experienced that. Someone grabbed your tushy. When a woman touched my behind, I was offended first and flattered second. Okay. Most of the men know. I'm telling y'all, I've run this experiment. I've walked up on men, and they like, they laugh. They laugh it off. They like, what you on? What you doing? Yeah, it's not a scream. Oh my God, get security. You must not have found her hideous. I prefer for a woman to approach me these days. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I asked God Jehovah for. I'm sure that would be a better route to determine that woman's ethics when dealing with. Okay. And there are women out here who do it. Didn't even consider a possibility of that was just pictures on the phone. No. It's deeply psychological. Deeply psychological. See, this is all the stuff that's running in the background that y'all don't even realize is running in the background. There's a psychological reason why men send dick pics and send pictures of themselves, because subconsciously they want to get a picture back. Remember, men are visual. And this is another way that men and women are different. Men are visual. Men are stimulated by the sight of a woman's naked body, by even her pretty face, her beautiful smile, her hair. Men are stimulated visually. Women are not. We could care less. Now, there are attractive men in this world that women are like, oh, we will swoon over an attractive man. But we know more often than not, most women will meet, date, mate, and marry an average man. Most women will be with a man who's less attractive than her. Women are the sexier sex. Now, today's modern woman doesn't adhere to that. Like, she wants a sexy man just like she's sexy. Like, today's modern women, they place more weight on looks. They place more weight on, the physical appearance of a man. But women of 50 years plus ago, no. We were like, nah, I'm the fine one. I'm the sexy one. Now, we want a man to bring resources. Like, that's what we want instead of looks, okay? We don't want height and beards and, fine features and chiseled abs. We don't want that. We want resources. That has been an evolutionary staple for years. Women want resources. They want a man who's stable and secure and who has resources, whatever those resources are. And we bring the honey. You heard of that expression? Men bring the money, women bring the honey. That has been around for hundreds of years. But see, today's modern woman is trying to change the game. Men don't even have to be in a relationship to get sex anymore. Talk to the women. The women have jacked it all up. Women should have a standard to at least be in a commitment relationship. Yeah, talk to the women. He said, oh yeah, you different, yeah, which is great. You are the kind being brought home to mama would have said, or you better marry her. Okay. You lack confidence and assertiveness. Oh, she said that to Cornell, Aries King. Testosterone in young men hinder us from being rational, and the good visual effects put our mind on the booty. Exactly. Nah, lack no confidence whatsoever, nor assertiveness. You are a woman that Miss Lady's speaking about, okay? Women approaching men in that way is ungodly, okay? And not a wife, okay? Oh, they still want that Anita and the booty up front, okay? Sure, if that makes you feel good, I don't know. The devil is the enemy, not I. Men are not your enemy. How many times do I have to keep saying that to ladies? Stop acting like men are the enemy. They're not. They are our cohort. They are our complement. Okay? They are our king. Stop acting like men are the enemy. They're not. But again, y'all have fallen for this crazy narrative. God said a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. If that woman is out here approaching men, her man will never find her. You have no idea how many gold digging women I've encountered just because of what I do for a living. I can imagine. It's a whole thing. I'm realizing my type is what's keeping me single. The men I found attractive don't want me, but then men I'm not attracted to treat me well. But Brianne Nicole, you are a Gen Z woman, and you all are changing the game. You all want beauty in a man. See, in my generation, we didn't care about that. we didn't care about that, right? We needed a man to be solid. We needed him to bring resources. We needed him to bring us cherishing and devotion. That was our priority. If he happened to be attractive, lower down the list, fine. But that was not our number one thing. Gen Z women, young millennial women, y'all want fine. Y'all want tall. Y'all want, a cut up body and lips and teeth and beards and haircuts and all this other stuff. No, we'll take an average man. Now, make him look above average. I'll take an average man and make him look good, right? I'll make that man, because that's to me what women do. I'll shop with him for clothes, get his hair cut, get his beard trimmed, get his nails, manicured, or whatever it is I need. But see, we don't prioritize that. Younger women now want all of this, he's fine. And okay. Like I said, I just need him to be better than me intellectually, emotionally, spiritually, financially, or whatever that looks like. He has to be. I am hypergamous by nature. But that hypergamy does not mean, he looks better than me. No, I don't want that. That's problematic to me. Wanting a fine man that every woman wants is a problem. See, that's what younger women today, y'all are missing out. You're missing out on good, solid dudes because you want a fine dude. And not only do you want to find him fine and attractive, you want everybody else to find him fine and attractive. So to me, that's a problem. You got to do better job at praying to God with that you want and running from red flags. Okay. She said, no, seriously. Okay. But young ladies, you have to take radical responsibility for your part in these crazy situations that y'all find yourself in. Radical responsibility. The fact that women are not utilizing birth control anymore. Like, yeah, I said it. I don't know what it is, but y'all do not want to use birth control. And the majority of women that I talk to about this issue, oh, I don't like how it makes me feel, or it throws my hormones off, or this or that, or whatever. Okay, there are barrier forms of birth control. Why don't you use a non-hormonal barrier form of birth control? Y'all don't like using condoms. Y'all don't like using, the sponge or the IVF film. What's the other one? Good Lord, I see it, diaphragm, condoms, right? There are other forms of birth control. And for the record, abortion is not birth control. Abortion is not birth control. Okay? But there are other forms of birth control. But y'all don't want to use birth control. You don't want to use STD protection. And I'm just floored. Is your self-esteem that low? Is your self-love that low? I love myself. I love myself the last I checked. What I look like letting some random dude skeet up in me, run up in me unprotected. Like I said, I am mind blown by the things that I see online. I never thought this day would come. And here we are. Never in a million years did I think this day would come. And then the lack of shame about it. The lack of like, ooh, I shouldn't say this out loud. Ooh, I shouldn't tell anybody. Like, no, they're going to tell the whole internet. So y'all, story time. I met this guy and we wound up texting, and then, he picked me up from work and we had sex in his car in the parking lot. And why I tell him, I had chlamydia a month ago and I never went back and got retested after taking the medicine. What? Yeah, and he had sex with me anyway. Oh my God. It's like, oh my God. Huh? A story time. So why, I got 3 kids. Yes, they all got different baby daddies. Yes, I just got evicted. I just got put out. I know my life is a mess. I need to, I get it together, and I'm pregnant with my 4th. What? Yo, what? Oh my God. Whew. It's bad out here, y'all. It's bad. Hold on, my phone gone. I don't want my phone to overheat. Because y'all, my phone. Jeez, I didn't want my phone to overheat out here. So I had to move my phone. It's madness, Anita. I know. She said, I think it's weird that women are having babies without marriage. I, for some reason, can't get a husband. I'll just not have children. It's the whole thing. It's a whole thing. Okay, but abortion is not birth control, and pregnancy can be prevented. Like all them years ago, back in the 60s, those two good white gentlemen, they created the birth control pill for you. For those of you that want to have all this casual sex. They created the birth control pill for you. But now y'all can't take it. She said there are 33 forms of birth control. I don't know why these raggedy heifers pretend like they can't pick one. Yeah. Thank you, Garland Stilwell, for purchasing a badge. Thank you. Yeah. It's just insanity. And it has to, I don't know, it has to be some sort of trauma response. I don't know. Y'all, I can't even give that excuse for it no more, because it's got to be something. Why women have to be on birth control, though? I'm assuming this is a female asking this question. You need to be on birth control if you are having sex and you don't want to have a baby. Yes, you need to be on some form of birth control. And I've just stated that there are barrier methods of birth control. You need to utilize birth control. If you are out here having casual sex, you're unmarried, yes, you run the risk of getting pregnant by a stranger. It's happening every day, all day. Yes, women need to be on birth control. And Cray_202, I'm gonna give you some really harsh truth. Because women will bear the negative consequences, they have the greater responsibility. So if you've never heard that before, now you have. Again, one of the ways that men and women are different. It just is what it is. The woman will bear 90% of the negative consequences of having sex. So she has the majority of the responsibility. She needs to be a good gatekeeper. She needs to use birth control. She needs to use STD protection. Okay? Thank you, Evolving Lulu. So yeah, she just repeated what I said. He said, did not realize EBT paid out so easily. Too many posts of folks telling on themselves. Oh my God. That's the latest thing, y'all. Is the SNAP benefits, the food stamps. And people going off about if I don't get my stamps, oh my God. I just never thought I'd see this world. She said, how old are you? What generation you from? The words you're typing, which is coming from the heart in your brain, told you to write these words. You act like you want to go out or something. I would pass on just due to your words, okay. He said, I would pass on. Yeah, come on now. Come on. It's a lack of emotional maturity, right? That the women want to put it on someone else. Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to pass your responsibility off to someone else. That is incredibly distasteful. Take radical responsibility for yourself. If you're out here in these streets and you got to get your groove on, yes, protect yourself. Take birth control. That's the least you can do. But why is it on us? Why we got to take it? Oh my God, like I said, I just get so tired. I get so tired. Come on, y'all. All right, Leon_figures. Listening to your YouTube videos is my new favorite way to pass the time at work. You talk so much sense. God bless you, Anita. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I really do. Thank you, Queen. School the women that need schooling. Yeah, it's just so weird. It's like y'all want to live in two worlds. It don't make sense. I'm so great. I'm so educated. I'm so degreed. I have a home. I have this fancy car. I've got this title. The men are doing things to me. The men are getting me pregnant. The men are deceiving me. The men are like, come on. Come on. You can't trust each other. You're strong and independent. You got all this, and then you're a victim. You be deceived. You be tricked. You be taken advantage of. See, those two things don't go together. Which is it? Make up your mind. How is it that Tyrone, is driving your car while you at work? How is it that you got these kids by this no good dude who tricked you, who deceived you? That don't make sense. Come on, we have to do better, y'all. We have to do better. So time, energy, and effort. And the number one is time. Women are impatient. You all rush into things with men. You let their words, sell you a bridge somewhere, sell you a plot of land somewhere, and no, you gotta be truly smart as a woman, not degree smart, not educated smart, because, that's not working for y'all. Y'all are getting rope-a-doped and okey-doked all day long. You got to be wise. You got to have some sage wisdom. And here's why. Now this my mama's wisdom. You ready? My mama said, as long as men can outthink women. This is my mama's wisdom. She said, yeah, men outthink women all day, every day. That's why women will never win. Because they are ruled by their feelings. They're ruled by their emotions. They don't know how to outthink men. Okay, y'all know how to go to school and take a bunch of tests. What does that tell me? Okay, you're good at taking tests. You're good at memorizing stuff. So that don't make you a good person. That don't mean you're a person of integrity or that you have character. So what? Like I said, I don't care about my degrees. I don't care that none of that stuff matters. And it definitely doesn't matter when I'm interacting with men. I never bring that stuff up. I never say what schools I went to. I never say what my degrees are. I don't even say I have a business. There are men out there right now that don't know I have a YouTube channel, that don't know I have an Instagram platform, that don't know I work for myself. Because what does that have to do with anything? If I'm trying to get to know a man romantically, none of that stuff matters. I know that hurts your little soul, but it's the truth. It doesn't matter. So y'all have got to become wise. You've got to listen to people who are true and people who are getting good results. You have to listen to people who have what you want. They're getting good results, and be wise. Okay, stop wanting to go out here and do things. I'm going to see for myself. I'm going to figure out for myself. And his ex called me and told me about all the things he did to her or how he did her dirty. But you know what? He ain't going to do me that way. I ain't her. Y'all are stupid. You are stupid. The fact that this woman is calling you and telling you this, and this, like, you might want to pay attention. But no, that ego won't let you do that. Nope. Save this live. You will post it on your YouTube. Yes, I sure will. Okay. Hell, I didn't know that myself till now. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm at my mom's house finally. I'm going to go in here and get her situated and then head home because, like I said, I got an apple crumble to make. But ladies, you got to take radical responsibility for your life. You do. There's just no way around it. You cannot be a victor and a victim. I'm a victor all day. I take radical. Every relationship that I've been in that has ended, I said, you know what is my part? What is my part in this? What part did I play in this? What didn't I see? What could I have done differently? What could I have done better? How did I show up impatient? How did I let a man's words, have me believe in something that is not true? Why didn't I take my time and see if words aligned with actions? Time, energy, and effort. It really is that simple. That'll tell you everything you need to know. And especially now, because people don't have the ability to be consistent. I had a gentleman reach out to me on Facebook. He lives all the way in California. We messaged back and forth, y'all, for 2 days. He had 2 days of messaging in him. And the messaging consisted of, you know, how even though he lived in California, that he would be willing to put forth the effort to get to know me and la-di-da. And I was like, oh, really? Okay, right? Now I'm messaging back. I'm responding. I'm responsive. It went on for 2 days. He had 2 days in him. 2 days of messaging. That's what I keep telling y'all. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. Like, people are just, they don't have the wherewithal to actually be sincere anymore. If you are not making their dopamine receptors pop off, they disappear. But that tells you a lot about that person. That tells you a lot about who you're dealing with. If you are not making them feel good every minute of every day, they're going to disappear. Oh, she not responding fast enough, or she not, falling for the stuff I'm talking about, and she not, like, bruh, just be consistent. Just be consistent over time. Okay? I know that's not as sexy. I know that doesn't, light up your dopamine receptors, but just be consistent. That's it. Okay, she said take a picture of the apple crumb later. I sure will. Take the shades off right quick. Let us see your soul before you go. Yo, I'm about to walk in. Okay. I can put my glasses back on, but I'm about to walk in because I'm running so late. I was supposed to be here at 8:00. It's 9:38 Eastern Standard. I'm running really late. But I thank y'all. I thank you all for supporting the platform. I thank you for the DMs that I receive, the emails that I receive. Y'all give me all kinds of suggestions and things that I should talk about. I really appreciate you all. I just, like I said, I'm going through a lot with my mom's surgery and trying to finish this book. So I needed to kind of step away. I normally post a video every other day. I think I posted maybe one this week. So I just needed to take this break so I could get my equilibrium back. But I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But I just, just understand that if my posting has slowed down, it's because I got a lot going on. So I thank you all. She said, Evolving Lulu 74. I was thinking the same about the apple crumble. Yeah, I will post a picture of it. But that's what I like to do. And I need a man that appreciate that. Like, I need a man that want to be well fed, right? That want to be intellectually stimulated. Okay. And if we married, they want to be sexually stimulated. Like, that's it. I need a man that love to eat. He loved to be intellectually stimulated. He loves to be supported, right? And he loved to be sexually stimulated if we married. That's it. That's what it's really not much. And yet men can't be consistent long enough to receive those benefits. So they love the sound of it. Whenever I say that, they're like, ooh, yes, me. Okay. But this is what it costs, right? It's going to cost you something to receive those benefits. And the cost is your consistent time, energy, and effort. And the fact that they can't do that, I'm like, well, I can't give it away for free. Okay. Thank you so much, Evolving Lulu. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you all. Thank you for watching. And as always, stay open to love.